Putting the time into this, right? I know that you spent October, November, December, January, February. Wow. You're looking at this for 6 months, which takes a lot of diligence, and I'm impressed by that. I know this is the first time through, so I know that you want to extend this in the future, keep it going. And Agile, I understand, is interested in also keeping this going, which is wonderful, right? So we have maybe an eBIA. I guess if it's in Hong Kong, it's going to be eBIA. But if it's going to be, maybe next year you'll get some mainland teams, in which case it might be eBR, which would be extend that. So anyway, I actually really look forward to seeing a competition again next year. So maybe we could encourage Agile properties to continue this with a big round of applause. This is supposed to represent the interests of interdisciplinary students, and I think I hope that next year there's going to get even more people involved. But there's something unique, I think, about you did environmental issues and business, which bringing them together is not that easy. So one of the things that I think is so important or interesting about interdisciplinary programs and studies and such is that when you bring ideas together, right, there's value over here, whatever, in environment, and there's value over here in business. But if you bring them together, or you bring different ideas together, you can actually create more value, new value, interesting things. And so that actually, I think, is what makes interdisciplinary programs special, right? Is that you can actually have the potential to connect ideas together that were not connected before and create additional value. And I think that's there's a lot of hidden value out there that I hope that just from this experience alone and then going ahead and doing other things, that you can also find that. In the presentations I looked at today, I really appreciate the level of effort you put in. Some of the things that that we were, I think, all looking for, at least in my case, was a more holistic perspective. So how much you look at the bigger picture, rather than just a very limited view of just this property. Did you look at outside the box a little bit? Did you look at the bigger picture? And another thing that I think was whether or not you tied in the value that you were trying to create with your projects. Did you tie it into the big picture of what the company is trying to do, what property investors are looking at, what serves the larger community? So I appreciate your efforts, and those are just my comments, but thank you very much for all your efforts.